Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I just want to welcome everybody and thank Microsoft for their leadership in technology. And to start, I'd like to introduce our school board chair who's with me today, Joey Bowen. If Joey would raise her hand and stand in the right there. Let's give her a big hand for her leadership. Actually, the first thing I'm going to talk about is technology visioning. Where are you at as far as an individual, as a technology leader in the field? And one of the things Joy did to begin with when I was elected, and I've been elected 3 times now, is she understood, just like I do, that the #1 way to close the achievement gap throughout this country is through the use of technology. There's not anything more powerful that we can give to our students than to give them the technology that opens up the world right in front of their eyes, where they're not learning in the classroom 7, 8 hours a day. Children learn 24 hours a day with technology. And that's the world that we have today, and that's what we can do in our school systems throughout this nation if we have the commitment to move forward in this area. Joy felt like it was important that we take our Tharp Street corridor. There are 3 schools there, Riley, Griffin, and Godby, and to try to equip those schools with state-of-the-art technology. We did that, and we'll tell the Griffin story today, which is an unbelievable story, and we're seeing results that we've never seen before. Why don't we do this around the nation at a higher level? We know it works. We know it's the most powerful thing we can do. There's just one reason. We have to pay for it. We have to be committed to pay for it. And that's the issue that you don't hear a lot of people talk about. And if there's anything I would encourage you to do today as an individual, is be an ambassador of technology. Go out into the world and talk about, like I do wherever I go, what it can do for the future of our nation, the future of our state. What can it do for all of our children to empower them to learn 24 hours a day? So as we move forward and we talk about what's going on, not only here in Florida, but in Leon County, I can tell you there's some important legislation that's going on right now. One is the Cape Academy bill that's moving forward that is going to change the way we think about education here in our state, to equip our kids with industry-level certification as they move through school, and several certifications. So not only they can be successful going to college, which is a dream that of course is very important, but also they'll be equipped for the jobs of the future. They'll be equipped to walk right out of high school and possibly get an industry-level job and to earn a living forever in the fields that we know where the jobs are needed. So I think we have to change our focus on technology and on education, and we have to be leaders in that area. I salute our state board the other day for what they did. They brought forth a budget of almost $500 million for technology for this state. And I got up in front of them because sometimes I'm hard on them. We don't agree on everything. But I wanted to tell them that they're leading the way when it comes to pushing technology throughout our state. And you've got to make a stand on issues that you believe in. I've watched what has happened in my life over the past 8 years when it comes to technology. And I would challenge you, think where you are today and where you were 10 years ago. And I want to tell you about these students that are here today. They learn differently than we learned. They access information differently. We have to teach them differently than we were taught. And we have to equip our teachers with the professional development. We have to allow them to do some teaching in the classroom. Now that sounds kind of scary, doesn't it? They're equipped to be the next teachers right now. And the most powerful thing we can do sometimes is to let them teach their classmates with the use of technology. They actually even sometimes, I don't want anybody to fall out of your chairs today, sometimes they teach the teachers. And that's okay. You know, we should accept that because technology involves us. We're always evolving, we're always learning, we're always improving. So all that is okay, but that's the new world that we live in today and that we all must embrace. We talk a little about schools of innovation, how important that is. Hey, if I was building a new school today and I was building a school of innovation, let me tell you where I would start. Number one, my number one focus would be technology. Technology, technology, technology. I would want to have the state-of-the-art, everything that jumps, everything when kids walk in the room, they're excited, they're turned on, everything that they want to reach out and touch. And you know what you would find? Those kids will perform at a higher level than any children that we have if we give them that type of technology. I think there's a little confusion out there about the digital divide and what we need to do digitally. We talk about how we're going to deliver the next content, and a lot of people think, well, what we want to do digitally is take our textbooks and you put them online where the kids can access them, and that's the real use of technology. I don't want to disappoint any of our textbook people that are here. That's not what the real technology is about. It's about empowering our children to have some type of device, some type of instrument in which 24 hours a day they can go to the internet, they can go get information, and they can teach themselves and teach others about technology. The world is not about what type of score that you score on an FCAT. You know, testing is important. You know, we've tested forever. But let me tell you what's more important. Teaching these children to go out and solve problems with the use of technology and to learn information about technology. Teaching them to go out and to Google and find all the information related to the topic that we're discussing in the classroom today. Come back tomorrow with this. Tell me what you found out about this. Tell me what they're doing in China and India related to this issue. We can do all that today. But some places, somewhere other than Tallahassee, because we wouldn't do that in Tallahassee, we're still teaching like we did 10 years ago. We're afraid to embrace this new wave of thinking. We can do better as a state. We can do better as a nation. So as I close today, I'm going to challenge you, and I know I'm preaching to the choir, as Ms. Bowen would say. You have got to be the leaders when it comes to technology. Students that are here, you've got to be the leaders. You've got to tell your story. You've got to go out and tell everybody that there's not anything more powerful we can do in this state than to get our students ready to acquire this information and give them the tools that they need. And also, you got to challenge superintendents like me. You got to challenge this legislature. If we know something, if we believe something works and we know it works, it's research-based, we got to pay for it. And we can't educate kids on the cheap in this state. We've tried to. We got to pay for it. But what are we paying for? We're paying for the future of our state. The most important thing that we have, the most important resource that we have, our children. So as I close today, I challenge you. I hope I've recruited a bunch of ambassadors for technology. I know you probably already are, or you wouldn't be here. I thank you for being here today, and we're going to show you what we've done in Leon County, because everybody can talk about technology. Last 5 years, we lost $111 million in our budgets, Leon County alone. A lot of programs had to be eliminated, a lot of cuts. They were tough times. But also, when you go through tough times, you find out what's important. And we still kept a high commitment to technology. And we're going to tell you a story today at Griffin Middle School that is a powerful story that is changing our children's lives every day. And even in difficult funding times, we're able to pull it off. So I want to introduce the principal of Griffin Middle School, a great principal, Gwynlyn Thomas. And thank you for having me today.